Hi, everybody. It's Mike from Hear the Watchman. And you know what? We just got back. Jeannie and I just got back from the Red Pill Expo in Bozeman, Montana. A fantastic conference, a lot of great information. In particular, at that conference leads into our guest today. And you're not going to recognize him at all, but that's okay because I'm going to tell you who he is and explain what happened to him. But the way we're leading into this today, when we were at the Red Pill Expo, we found out fascinating, breaking info on what the government is doing to control the climate, control water, I'm just telling you, folks, you cannot rely in the event of an emergency to do anything for you, but to take everything away from you. So today we're bringing Chance from American Survival Wholesale. Well, no, it's not Chance. It's actually Chance's younger brother who we're bringing on today. And you'll see in a minute. Chance, welcome to the show.
Hi, Mike. Listen, thanks again for having me on. As you can see, I have taken a couple pounds of hair off my face here. The weather here in Texas has been a bit extreme with the humidity. It said 95 degrees, felt like 200. So prior to having a heat stroke, I decided to go ahead and just trim everything off here a little bit. And I'm sorry if I appear to look like a CIA agent. I'm just the opposite, but here we go. We're going to talk about today, guys, hurricane preparedness, and there's a good reason for it. We are in the hurricane season now, and if you've been following the news, you've seen that there's also there's already been a couple of tropical storms, and so we need to spend the time with you today and to teach you how to properly prepare for a hurricane. Before we do, Mike, listeners, I sat down last week with a guy named Craig. I have never gone on your show and endorsed anyone, but I want to tell you this. This guy, Craig, is a precious metals dealer. More importantly, he's like-minded, he's aware and awake, and he is a man of God. We spent what should have been just a business meeting. We spent an hour and a half of 2 hours talking about spiritual matters. In the end, I can tell you that if you have even been thinking about purchasing any precious metals for your preps, please get a hold of me. It's kind of our responsibility to do business with like-minded people, and I can tell you, you will not regret the decision, because Craig, I looked at some of his numbers. His prices are absolutely amazing for precious metals. I can't believe it, but the way he explains it is he doesn't have, this isn't a large corporation, right? It's not a huge staff, right? It's just him and another guy that are making this all happen. So reach out to me by email, and I will send you his contact information. Again, his name is Craig, and my email is bugoutamerica@usa.com, bugoutamerica@usa.com.
Well, Chance, I mean, that's great news. I mean, we all of us that are kind of hedging our bets here are always looking for somebody who can help us out, who's honest, who isn't trying to make a huge profit on the spread. So I want to thank you for bringing that up. And I'm sorry it's so hot there. Actually, here where I am in the mountains of Idaho, it is also very hot, but extremely dry. So it doesn't matter. It's, I think, and don't shame me for telling you this, but I think today it's about 85 to 80, maybe 90, and the humidity level is like 0. So I feel for you down there, brother. But now talk to us, because this hurricane issue is a big deal. And what I want to tell, this is what I want to tell our viewers is, again, you think that FEMA will come in and help you out. No, what they really want to do is put you in a camp. And you think that resources will be there to bail you out and to come help you when these disasters hit. They won't be. I promise you that they won't be. So it's going to be up to you as individuals to not only defend your family, but to also make sure your family has the supplies they need to get through this situation, which could be, if you look at Katrina, it could be a month before things are restored to any semblance of order. So, Chance, tell us what we need to do.
You know, Mike, you mentioned Katrina, and that is a very good example of what and why we are talking about hurricanes today. It's a perfect example. When you have mass casualties, you've got a lot of things going on. The emergency services will most likely are not going to be available to you. So you have to do what's right for your family, and you have to prepare. And I'm going to teach you how to do that. So first of all, the thing about hurricanes, it's the one natural disaster, Mike and listeners, that gives you a warning, right? So we can track hurricanes. We can know within a reasonable doubt if we're in danger. So if you write this down, folks, the National Hurricane Center, their website is NHC for National Hurricane Center .noaa.gov. I'm going to repeat that to you. NHC.noaa.gov. Go to that website. If there's any danger of a hurricane, you'll be able to track it to see at what phase it's at, what level it's at, and what direction it's heading. That way you can take precautions prior to a disaster and keep your family safe. So first thing you need to do is determine, number one, if you are at risk. Develop an evacuation plan. Folks, share this evacuation plan with your immediate family and your neighbors. Okay, you all live in the same community. Be a part of the solution, not the problem. So share that evacuation plan. Put together a hurricane preparedness kit. What is that? It's at least 7 days of food and water for every person in your family. Again, 7 days of food and water for every person in your family. Be prepared for a power outage. Have a flashlight with extra batteries, or like we have, a hand crank flashlight. Or USB hand crank charger for your cell phone. The reason why, guys, that you want to have your cell phone charged up is because it's going to have the emergency contacts, all that information in your phone, and you might need that in case of an emergency. Also, keep some extra cash on hand. If there's a power outage, guys, your credit cards, your debit cards, they're not going to work. So keep enough cash on hand so that if you need to barter, you need to get some fuel, whatever you need, you're going to have the ability to do that. Keep your gas tanks full. Again, in Katrina, people were in line at gas stations. There was no fuel. No fuel. In the case of a power outage, most of these pumps today, actually, I think all of the pumps today, require electricity to pump the fuel. So keep your vehicles full at all times. That is a must. If you take prescriptions, talk to your doctor, see if you can get some extra pharmaceutical prescriptions in your bug out bag in your home, just in case, because again, they might not be available after a hurricane. It's very important. Don't forget about your pets. Have enough food and water for yourselves, have enough food and water for your pets as well. Be prepared for any eventuality. Your pets are going to need you to take care of them during this time. They're going to be stressed out, just as you are. A stocked first aid kit. If you don't have a first aid kit, or you need some advice, or you need a first aid kit, get a hold of us. This is what we do every day. We build medical kits for the size of families, for the size of each family. So get a hold of us if you need a good first aid kit. For your windows. Now, we saw this in Katrina as well as other major hurricanes. If you pre-cut pieces of plywood to fit your windows before a hurricane, remember, you're going to have warning. You can then attach that plywood to the exterior of your house. One of the major dangers of hurricanes are high winds. What you don't want is a tree limb or an object traveling 80 miles an hour through your window. Okay, so having that pre-cut plywood will come in handy. The great thing about that is you can use it over and over again. So these are some of the things that you're going to do before a hurricane to be prepared for that. Make sure that all of your trees around your property are trimmed. If you have any dead trees, remove them. Again, these high winds, they can take a 200-foot tree and put it right in the middle of your home. That's not what you want. Trim the tree limbs and any dead wood, get it out of there. Make a wood pile, might come in handy. Now, we talked about some of the things that you can do before a hurricane. Now let's talk about what you need to do during a hurricane. If you are in danger, this is not talked about anywhere else, but it's important. The first thing you need to do is to turn off your main breaker. Why? Part of the dangers of a hurricane are what they call storm surge. Water will find its way into places inside your home, whether you want it to or not. You think that your home is secure, but when that water is moving at 70 to 80 miles an hour, you'll be surprised what it will find its way into. You do not want to be in your home in standing water and have your electricity on. You might be in for quite a shock. So please, folks, turn off your electricity. Turn off your natural gas if you have natural gas. If you need a special, it's a special wrench. We do have those. We can provide those to you. They're very inexpensive. I think they're under $10, and they attach right to your natural gas meter. So let's move on. So lightning. In an emergency, people like to be on their phone when they have power. And they're calling their friends, they're calling their family, they're calling their neighbors. And understandably, they're stressed out and they're worried. Do not use electronic devices during a hurricane. Again, lightning is usually goes along with hurricanes and can cause a spike in voltage. If you're holding a cell phone, you can actually get electrocuted. All right. If lightning strikes your home and it's not properly grounded, you can get electrocuted. If you're standing in water again, you can get electrocuted. So please don't operate any electronic devices during a hurricane. Common sense. Do not go outside, no matter what it is. Your dog got out, your cat got out, you heard something fall. During a hurricane, you need to stay inside your home, as far away from any windows and any entrances or exits in your home. So in the center of the house, preferably in a stronger structure like a bathroom or a walk-in closet, but do not go outside. Folks, whatever you do, you can get severely injured or killed by walking outside due to, again, these projectiles being launched at about 80 miles an hour. So go into that interior room, large closet or bathroom, on a lower level, by the way, on a lower level in your home, not upstairs. Okay, the high winds could cause your roof to be blown off, could cause all kinds of problems. So the lower you are, the better. Okay, so we talked about what to do during a hurricane. What about after? The first thing you have to do is to remain calm. Check your family members. Calm them down. Make sure there's no injuries. If there are injuries, go ahead and treat those. Check for any damage to your home, and be cautious where you step. Again, 80 miles an hour, high winds. You have to be very careful that some things might have fallen, a vase, a glass, or something on the floor. So be real cautious where you step. Once a hurricane's over, go ahead and head outside and check the damage. Assist others in your community. That's what being a brother or sister in Christ is all about. See what you can do to help, maybe with provisions or medical assistance. Do what you can, and then continue, finally, Mike, to monitor hurricane information to see if there's any further damage.
Well, Chance, that's, I mean, that's great information. I mean, because, we are in hurricane season, folks, and some of us, like where I live, are in zero threat of that happening. I mean, we have wildfires up here. That's our threat. But, Chance, do you think that in a case of something like another Katrina or something like that, do you think the government is up to speed where they can come in and help us out? Or do you think we need to rely upon ourselves and each other?
So I would say, based upon the knowledge that came from Katrina, we could see that so many folks, I would say 90 to 95% of people that called for called 911, called for assistance, never received assistance. So you have to do what's right for your family. You have to prepare now, especially if you are in a danger zone. If you're on the East Coast, if you're in the Gulf of Mexico, in Texas, Louisiana, along the East Coast, New Jersey, New York, all the way down to Florida, this is a major threat. And I'm sure you guys have experienced them before if you live there. Having the right supplies on hand, having the training, and practicing your evacuation, you're going to be just fine. But you need to start today. Reach out to us if you need more information. We will absolutely spend the time with you on the phone and help you get prepared. As a matter of fact, we have earthquake kits here already ready to go. They're in a backpack, a nice backpack. I can tell you folks, because we are a wholesale company, all of these products that you're going to need that I mentioned are already in this pack. You couldn't go out and buy them yourselves individually, including shipping, for the cost that we sell these packs, where it's under $100, guys. So go ahead and reach out to us. bugoutamerika@usa.com is our email. You can reach us by phone at 818-720-0759. That's Sunday through Friday. And if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to us.
Well, Chance, thank you so much. I mean, that's just great information because, folks, it's not a matter of if it will happen. It's a matter of when it will happen. Now, again, that's American wholesale.com or bugoutamerika@usa.com. So reach out to Chance, call him. Again, Chance, slowly, what is the phone number they can call to reach you Sunday through Friday?
Correct. We're closed on Saturday the Sabbath, but you can reach us at 818-720-0759. By the way, that reminds me, we are still seeking distributors. So if you would like to help others prepare, we actually have a program that costs you really nothing to get into. We can drop ship right to your customers. We can teach you how to do it and give you the support that you need along the way. So again, you have all of our information. Reach out to us and we'd love to get you going.
Well, Chance, again, thank you. Folks, get with it. That's what I can tell you. Get with it. I mean, I can only tell you that after attending the conference that I just went to, the Red Pill Expo in Bozeman, Montana, you must take care of yourself and you must prepare to take care of your neighbors. Now, when you call Chance up, it's fine to buy yourself a week's supply of all of this stuff and get a water purifier. He can talk to you about that as well because your water will be shot. But also buy another week to take care of or another family member, whatever. I mean, don't be so concerned with just taking care of yourself. Reach out to take care of others as well. That's what God would want us all to do. we've talked on this show before about preparing and weapons and all that stuff. Listen, I'm telling you what, I don't care how much ammo you have, and I don't care how many guns you have. When the you know what hits the fan, the poop hits the fan, and you see a mother with two little children walking up to your gate, what are you going to do? You're going to get your AK out and shoot them? No. You're going to bring them in and you're going to take care of them. And you need to have extra supplies to do that. And Chance has the way to do that for you at the least possible cost. So again, American Survival Wholesale.com. Chance, again, thank you so much for blessing us with your information. And by the way, brother, I'm going to tell you, remake of The Matrix, you're top dog right now, the way you look, for a part in that movie.
I'll take that as a compliment, brother. So listen, God bless everyone out there. Mike, it's always an honor to come on your show and to share this knowledge with your listeners. I look forward to next week. We're going to have some more exciting information on survival training. And we're going to get into some other pretty cool stuff. So I look forward to it. Thanks again, Mike, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
Well, we look forward to having you on, Chance, and God bless you for everything that you're doing, the veterans outreach that you do. Folks, Chance, as well as I, at HearTheWatchman.com, we are dedicating to helping veterans. We've both been in it to win it for a very long time now, and we need your support. So go to HearTheWatchman.com. Click the donate button, help our ministry grow and continue to do what we do. And I'll tell you what, if you go to that website, money, and you say, I heard about this on your interview with Chance from American Survival, we'll send half of your donation to American Survival Wholesale so they can help the veterans on their end, and we'll help the veterans on our end. So God bless each and every one of you. Until the next episode of the Hear the Watchman Report, or the Watchman Report, don't forget, folks, be informed. Don't be afraid. Don't trust the government to pick up the pieces for you. Get yourself ready for what's to come and trust in God. We'll see you next time here on the Watchman's Report.